Good evening and happy Wednesday. I'm William Traylor.
And I'm Hannah Baker. You're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss. On tonight's show, we bring you the latest in yesterday's election showdown.
Plus, Rebels Giving Back. We'll take a look at how our campus community is coming closer together for a cause. All this and more on NewsWatch Ole Miss. We begin our broadcast tonight with breaking news. Donald J. Trump has been elected to serve as the 47th President of the United States.
The AP confirmed this result around 5 a.m. this morning after the Republican Party managed to take 3 key swing states: Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin.
This victory is one for the history books, as this election marks only the second time in U.S. history that a president has served 2 non-consecutive terms in the White House.
During his victory speech, Trump pledged to bring a golden age to the U.S., praising what he called the greatest political movement of all time.
His Democratic rival, Kamala Harris, called him to concede defeat early today before delivering a speech at Howard University.
Now, while voters have made their voices heard in this election, Mother Nature has also been making some noise of her own.
Let's turn now to weather anchor Celeste Lay for a look at these harsh conditions and how they're making their way throughout this week.
Thanks, William. Yeah, so right now we are experiencing a little bit of overcast right now. Later yesterday evening, we were having a few pop-up showers through election night, and we will experience some more of those pop-up showers later this evening. But currently it's 81 degrees. We had the sun pop up a little bit earlier this afternoon, but unfortunately those clouds are just going to come right back and cover it up later tonight. There's going to be winds coming up from the south at 5 miles per hour, and I'll have more weather coming up for y'all. Back to y'all at the desk.
A devastating car crash led to the death of a 17-year-old high school softball star Monday morning.
Callie Pounders, a senior at Corinth High School, was driving on County Road 408 when she swerved off the road. She overcorrected trying to get back on, but hit a tree, later passing away at Magnolia Regional Health Center.
Pounders led the Corinth softball team to the 2024 state championship and helped earn the Class 5A state title, its first in school history. Corinth principal John Barnett posted on social media saying, "We are heartbroken by this loss and we grieve with the student's family and friends."
Our hearts and prayers go out to the Pounders family and friends and students at Corinth High School. A horrific mechanical accident caused the death of one man in Jackson, Mississippi this past Monday.
An individual who had been buried under hot asphalt. It appeared to be some type of malfunction with his dump truck, the vehicle that he was here to pick up asphalt with. As he tried to fix the vehicle or mitigate the issue with the vehicle actually unloaded all of this hot asphalt onto him.
Durrell Sheriff, a private contractor dump truck driver, was trying to repair his dump truck while it was filled with asphalt.
A mechanical malfunction caused the tailgate to open, burying the driver under hot asphalt.
The family of Durrell Sheriff remembers him as a good, hard-working man who was just trying to make a living.
A unique wellness event has brought the campus community together, and this time our four-legged friends were invited.
NewsWatch reporter Cassidy Rickley brings us an exclusive look at this tail-wagging takeover in the Grove.
The Red, Blue, and Well Foundation put on an adorable Strut Your Pup event this past weekend. Let's go check it out.
So this is Strut Your Pup. It's a wellness activity that we are hosting through Red, Blue, and Well for the employees of the university. Red, Blue, and Well is really meant to focus on mental well-being, physical well-being, and so we try to get employees together to create social environments, networking, and just a beautiful day to come and enjoy the Grove.
I talked to Red, Blue, and Well intern Abby about more upcoming events that they are putting on. Let's go see what she has to say.
So we're going to be having dining table discussions on November 19th in the library from 12:30 to 1:30. It's going to be very lighthearted. It's a brown bag luncheon, so bring your lunch, and it's just an opportunity for employees to kind of talk about things and learn how to manage themselves and their reactions around difficult conversations that might come up around the holiday season.
Make sure you guys come and check out all the Red, Blue, and Well events coming up. I'm Cassidy Rickley, and this is NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Phi Kappa Phi is proving that brotherhood extends beyond the boundaries of campus. NewsWatch reporter Gardia Williams gives us a look at how the latest food donation event is addressing local hunger, one can at a time.
Phi Kappa Phi held their induction ceremony for new members. As members were arriving, they brought canned goods to be donated to the food pantry. Some of these items included pasta, beans, oats, etc. Volunteers were excited to help package the goods.
And today's been very special. Serving a community that's originally not my own, but making my own, is a special opportunity that you don't get every day. I hope everybody else is able to do this too. And I'm glad to be here today.
Coming from the Ford Center, I'm Garyana Williams, NewsWatch reporter, Ole Miss.
The presidential election last night had Lafayette County voters following the statewide trend in state and national elections.
Almost 70% of registered voters voted in the election. Out of over 33,000 registered voters, 23,000 exercised their right to vote.
The highest number of absentee votes occurred in 2020. However, this year saw the second highest number.
Close to 60% of Lafayette County voters voted for Donald Trump, and 38% voted for Kamala Harris. For more information on local election results, visit oxfordeagle.com.
Mississippi's incumbent congressman in the U.S. House of Representatives won their re-election bids last night.
Mississippi has 4 congressional districts with relatively short terms of only 2 years. Trent Kelly, Benny Thompson, Michael Guest, and Mike Ezell, all incumbents, easily secured victories in their bids to once again represent Mississippi in the U.S. House. Coming up on NewsWatch Ole Miss, we have new changes to be expected in the United States House of Chambers following the presidential election.
That's right. That and more about how you guys turned out at the polls in Oxford. Stay tuned after the break.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Rep.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of hotty toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready?
Hurricane Helene, devastating impacts on the southeast. Now it's time to help the people and communities who need it most. To make a one-time financial gift to the American Red Cross, scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure to select I want to support Hurricane Helene and enter how much you'd like to donate. Or go to redcross.org/donate. Together, we will make a difference for those recovering in hard-hit communities.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Last night, all across the country, records were being set with high voter turnouts as this election was predicted to be very close. Oxford voters showed up in droves to support their political candidates, and Lafayette County recorded that nearly 45% of registered voters in Oxford voted in last night's general election. As most of us did focus on the big race last night, the state of Mississippi had multiple positions up for re-election. Some of these elections have yet to be decided and are just as close as the presidential election.
I guess there's not like one single issue. I'm just happy to do my civic duty more. Yeah, I guess I don't really have like a specific issue, but I just like to vote, and I think it's important for people to be involved in our democracy.
Well, that's all we have right now for your update on local election news. Now let's hand it over to anchor Hannah Baker to talk more about national news.
As President Donald Trump will now be making the White House his new home for the second time, his supporters are excited about what he could bring to the economy and more. Although Democrats didn't get the turnout they hoped for, opponent Kamala Harris hopes for a peaceful transfer of power.
We have seen that our nation is more deeply divided than we thought. But I still believe in America, and I always will. And if you do, then we must accept this result and then look to the future. Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
In more good news for Republicans, last night they also took back control of the Senate. The Senate before last night had a Democratic majority. The GOP saw a flip in 3 key states. These states include Ohio, Nebraska, and West Virginia. Former Democratic Senator Joe Manchin's decision to leave his seat open in West Virginia was a guaranteed flip for the Republican Party. While there are still 4 seats to be called, Democrats have no chance of gaining a majority as they only have 44 seats while Republicans have 52. Although the Republican Party did claim victory in the upper chamber, the House of Representatives is still left up for grabs. As of right now, Democrats have 186 seats in the House, while Republicans have 202. In order to claim a majority, either party has to get at least 218. Of the 435 states, 5 are toss-ups, 8 are Democratic-leaning, and 10 are leaning Republican. As the election comes to a tight end, both parties are hoping for a majority. As Trump is set to enter the White House in a few months, the Department of Justice is in talks about possibly disregarding his prosecutions. Special counsel Jack Smith is in active talks with the Justice Department about how to end his federal prosecutions of Donald Trump, now that Trump has been elected back to the White House. Smith leads the case in which Trump is facing federal charges over his effort in the 2020 January election and his handling of classified documents. Later this month, Trump is scheduled to sentence on 34 counts of falsifying business records in New York. The judge over the case is giving himself the deadline of November 12th to either wipe away the conviction or proceed with them. This comes after the Supreme Court declared Trump's immunity earlier this year. Well, that's all I have for your national news update. Back to you at the desk.
Coming up, have you ever wondered what a student athlete does throughout their everyday life as an athlete and student? Check back in after the break to see more.
We're here when you're ready.
It's a beautiful day out here, sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it, let's go.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive. Whoa.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Two flashlights. So champ. Feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Stormwatch. We are taking a look again at our current temperatures. Right now it is 81 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. We had the sun come out for a little bit earlier this afternoon. We've got a small wind gust happening 5 miles per hour, so it's kind of cool, and especially with that cloud coverage, it feels a lot cooler than it actually is, so it's not actually 81 degrees outside. But looking at our current temperatures across North Mississippi, we can see Tupelo is at our hot spot at 83 degrees, South Haven at the lowest at 70, and the rest of us are in the lower 80s. Now, as we look at tonight's temperature, it's going to drop down to 64 degrees, and we're also going to have a lot of pop-up showers, kind of like we saw last night throughout the election night. And it's going to just continue on as we head into the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow, high of 79, and it is going to be showers and thunderstorms. So walking to class, be sure you have an umbrella and poncho, and it's also going to be a small wind gust of 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow's temperatures is going to be a lot cooler than today just because of that cloud coverage and rain rolling through North Mississippi. South Haven at 68 degrees and Tupelo at 83 degrees. Now kind of looking down in the south near the Gulf of Mexico, we have a hurricane over Cuba making its way through the Gulf of Mexico. By Monday night, it's going to be kind of in that sweet spot of the Gulf, and hopefully it won't reach landfall near us anytime soon. But as we look towards this weekend, unfortunately, it is going to be raining during the Ole Miss and Georgia games, so be prepared for that. And what I mean by that is bring a poncho, umbrella. Girls, don't wear any outfits that are going to get muddy, because you know the Grove, it gets muddy. But as we head into next week, it's supposed to clear up, so hopefully we won't have any issues for next week.
Well, I can't wait. That Georgia game is going to be a wild one.
It's going to be a tough one for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be good, but I don't like that it's raining.
I know, I'm going to have to pack a poncho in my purse or something.
Yeah, everyone bring your poncho. Well, coming up in sports, have you ever wondered what a life in the student-athlete life does throughout their every single day? Check back in after and see what's up.
Hey, Mississippi.
Hey, Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Because picking up litter costs us time
and money.
MDOT spends $3.2 million a year picking up litter.
That's money that could be used to maintain roads and bridges,
Patch potholes,
and focus on improving Mississippi's infrastructure.
Please help us help you.
We can't do it without you. Don't trash Mississippi. Don't trash Mississippi.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
no problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out of your car and get down! Over your head!
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Haley Hood with Sports Watch. Kicking things off in sports, have you ever wondered what it's like to be both a student and an Ole Miss athlete? One of our sports anchors, Claire Ulmer, spent the day with one of the Rebel pole vaulters, Logan Kelly. Let's take a look.
What's up? My name's Logan Kelly. I'm a junior here at Ole Miss, and I do the pole vault. Normally, I just wake up at like 7:30. Definitely grab a coffee. It's got to be the first thing in the morning. Study a little bit, and then if I do have class, I go to class, do that good stuff, and then go to practice.
Kelly tells us how his love for the sport did not come naturally. His journey towards the university was no different.
Started track in middle school. I did long distance, and I really didn't want to do it in high school. But then I tried it, ended up loving pole vault. How did I get here? One of my teammates from my club actually goes here, and she recommended it. Never heard of this school in my life, and so she's like, yeah, just come out and visit. So the coach ended up coming to see me. Really liked him, loved the program, and ended up committing.
The junior goes on to tell us his secret on achieving the perfect vault.
It's literally all physics, and it's kind of hard to explain that to people. It's going to sound nerdy, but just like the force you bring into the jump is what you'll get out of it. And so the faster you run, the more powerful you are. I guess the more energy loads the pole and go higher.
After practice on Tuesdays, you will find Kelly at Pine Lake, Oxford, leading in college ministry. There, he stresses the importance of community, as moving across the country as an out-of-state student athlete, it can be isolating. Finding community is necessary. You can find him on stage leading worship, in the front greeting college students, or like this Tuesday, just with friends coming to enjoy the community himself.
What's up, guys? So excited to be back. Just got done with an amazing message here at church. Shout out Pine Lake, Oxford, and college. But anyways, this is just one of the ways I get to help deal with all the stress of being an athlete in school and just everything together. Get to see some amazing people. So yeah, it's been great. So excited you guys have been able to follow me around today. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Claire. And in case y'all didn't know, Jordan Watkins dominated the Arkansas Razorbacks on Saturday, leaving Fayetteville as the Walter Camp FBS National Offensive Player of the Week. Watkins is the 6th Ole Miss athlete that has won this award first since 2004. Watkins is not new to receiving this attention, as this is his 3rd weekly award, joining himself as an SEC Co-Offense Player of the Week, alongside our very own Jackson Dart. Watkins' performance on Saturday was record-breaking when he broke Ole Miss's single-game record in receiving yards with 254 and landing himself in the end zone 5 times for the Rebels. I'm excited to see Watkins in the number 12 ranked Rebels performance against the number 2 ranked Georgia Bulldogs in the Vaught at 2:30 p.m. this Saturday. And keeping things on the field, Ole Miss's very own QB1, Jackson Dart, has been named the Maxwell Award Player of the Week. This is the 8th award for this week for Dart, as he has already won an AP National Player of the Week, SEC Co-Offensive Player of the Week, Davey O'Brien Co-National Quarterback of the Week, one of the Manning Stars of the Week, and more. Dart put together a stellar passing performance in the Rebels' dominant 61-31 victory at Arkansas last Saturday, charting a passing line of 25 of 31 for 515 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions, while also adding 47-yard rushings on 10 carries. Dart is now one of the only 2 quarterbacks in the SEC history with 500 yards and 6 touchdowns in a passing game, but is the only one in conference history to do so against a power conference opponent, let alone an SEC defense. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to tune in tomorrow in Rebel Watch on Fridays at 5. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Haley, for that sports update. Hopefully our show wasn't too jolly for you, because we have more on how Ole Miss students like their Christmas season.
That and more after the break.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
If words were enough, I would help you bear your burden. I would watch each child of yours grow strong and true. Teach them to read and to write and to sing, so that their voices be forgotten nevermore. If words were enough, I would sate your hunger, and you would know you are my sister, my brother, my child. If words were enough.
The funny thing about Hannah is she never crawled.
She skipped it entirely and went straight to walking and running. She was such an eager little girl. Guess she was always looking for the next amazing thing. I know that Hannah loved every one of you.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Has anyone ever called you a Scrooge for waiting until after Thanksgiving to celebrate Christmas?
Well, some students on campus believe that the day right after Halloween is the best time to start celebrating.
That's right. Ole Miss students across campus talk about when they start celebrating Christmas.
Here is NewsWatch reporter Rosie Matlock on more about what students think.
So when do you think we should start celebrating Christmas?
I think right now would be great.
You know, I'm really here for that. So is there any music that you're listening to that's getting you into the spirit?
I definitely like the one that's like Mr. Grinch. I don't really, you're a mean one?
Yeah.
I like.
Generally, we are doing this in September.
September? That's super early.
I think it's okay because we have all the nice stuff, all the nice candies and so on already in September.
I love it. That sounds awesome.
I usually start celebrating the 1st of December.
You don't think that's a little late?
My family usually keeps our tree up until Mardi Gras.
Okay, so that you have a long Christmas, just like not at the beginning.
Yes, we decorate for Mardi Gras.
Oh, so it's like a joint holiday.
Yes.
I'm here for that.
But I think that Christmas should start being celebrated like towards the end of November, maybe like the week of Thanksgiving. I think you can put the tree up.
I can understand that. I can understand that. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Monday after Thanksgiving is the perfect time, but earlier than that, it's a little crazy in my opinion.
November 1st.
So now?
Yes.
So what are you doing to get ready to celebrate?
Watching movies and listening to songs.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Can't confirm, but I'll find that out later. This has been reporter Rosie Matlock. Merry Christmas, everyone.
You know, as soon as November 1st comes around, I'm already watching It's a Wonderful Life, and the tree's already going up, the ornaments are coming out. So when do y'all start celebrating Christmas?
I usually start right after Halloween. So I was actually in Arkansas after Halloween passed, so I started celebrating Sunday night.
That's my tonight's plans. I'm putting up the tree with my roommates.
That's so fun.
Awesome.
But you, Hannah?
I mean, I haven't even bought a tree yet, guys.
Girl! You're behind
Yeah, I need to check that off the list real quick.
Well, I'm going to try to do it tonight, maybe tomorrow. It just kind of depends, you know. I can wait a few days.
Yeah.
Any time between November 1st and Thanksgiving is acceptable for that tree. I don't think it has to be November 1st.
As long as you have it during Thanksgiving.
I'm ready for Santa on November 1st, guys.
Me
Exactly. Well, that's all we have tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm William Traylor with your latest news.
And I'm Haley Hood with Sports Watch.
And with Storm Watch, I'm Celeste Lay.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss, so we keep it live and keep it local.